So Gaffer, we've just completed the signing of Brian Graham. You must be really happy to get the deal done.
Yeah, I'm really happy to get the deal done. We needed another number 9, needed another target man. You know, Danny Wright, God bless him, has done great, and we want him to still to do great. But it's very difficult to play 50 games at our level, and a target man is important to the way we play. The one thing Brian Graham is he's very, very good in the air, and he's very clever in the air as well, funny enough. But he's got, you know, he scored goals where he's been. He was unlucky at Hibs where, you know, they had a couple of strikers that were more famous, if you like, Grant Holt being one of them. And I think at his age now, he needed to go somewhere where he felt that he could compete for a place a bit nearer the first team sort of thing. And I think he's ready, and we're ready to take him because he's a player that people will like. You know, he challenges well. He's a tall lad, likes to get people to get crosses in for him. So him and Danny Wright would be great together because I don't think in Scotland they play 50 games ever in a season. Spoke to Neil Lennon, spoke to Jordan Forster about him. I spoke to Liam Fontaine about him, who both worked with him. Liam Fontaine was with me at Yeovil and Bristol City, and he's now at Hibs, and they both recommended him very highly, and that started the interest. Neil Lennon said, yeah, we'd like to keep him, but if he wants to go, then we'll look at it.
We've spoken throughout the summer about, you know, you've been looking for signings, you've been looking for strikers, a big striker in particular. I know you've looked a lot, so why Brian? How did that come about?
Well, because we couldn't really afford to have another young lad in. You know, we've got a lot of young lads that are learning the game, and they're doing very, very well. They've learnt the game. You know, that's what it looks like at the moment anyway. But it was just to get that somebody that with a bit of experience, somebody that you got to have a couple of brave hearts in your team anyway. You know, Scottish players don't seem to come down to England as often as they used to. In my day, everybody had Scottish players, but we got a couple of brave hearts now, and that's always good for the mentality of the squad.
Also acts as a translator for everyone else, for Jordan as well.
Well, that's true. I think Brian's a little bit speaks more English than Jordan anyway, and to go with Winnie and Dawson, Winchester and Dawson speaking Irish, at least they won't understand me and I don't have to listen to their comebacks.
I asked him the same question when I interviewed him. This is his first club in England. How do you think he'll fare with that? Obviously, some players say it's a massive difference. Some players like him say there's not a huge amount of difference.
Yeah, it depends on the way they play. I mean, most teams in England, especially in our division, you can win and lose the game in both boxes. So I felt he had an English game and a second division game that would suit us if we needed it, because his touch is good, and you know, it comes up to him and he sets and moves and gets himself in a dangerous position, albeit for a cross or through ball or whatever it is. And I just felt the way he plays suited us anyway, and so we haven't got to change his style or anything, but hopefully you know, between him and Danny Wright, they'll both get goals for us and assists, because that's important with a big target man as well.
With those two plus Mohamed Issa and Dan Holman, that's a pretty good front four, isn't it? Are you happy with that sort of striking core now?
Yeah, I mean, we're always, you know, still going to be looking, of course, but you know, we've got a core all over the place now. There's probably one position that we need still to have a bit of competition in, or two maybe, but anyway, that's where we are. But we're looking to, so that every week I've got a problem in picking the team because everybody's on form, and you know, do I pick in? But it means that when we've got 8 games in a month like we had this month, I'm not going to absolutely tire everybody out by September. Do you know what I mean? And then by Christmas we're all dead. So we've got to make sure that we've got a big enough squad to get through a heavy season.
Still waiting for international clearance on his paperwork and all that kind of thing, but it's unlikely that he's going to go straight into the team for Saturday. But with all those games coming up, he's still going to get the fans are going to get to see him lots of times in the next few weeks.
They'll get to see him if we get the international clearance. He's passed his medical, which is good. Obviously all the terms have agreed and everything, and we're just waiting as we speak for Hibbs to send out the cancellation of his contract, because he was still on contract there for this season. If we get the international clearance, he'll certainly be involved Saturday. We haven't chose yet which one will be in the starting lineup, but I'm sure either way we'll see him if we get the clearance.
Brilliant. Cheers, Gaffer.
No problem.